Alright guys, welcome back to another stream. Hope you guys are all doing well tonight. I do want to talk about Bitcoin, give you guys a little update. What is exactly happening right now with, of course, Bitcoin and the entire cryptocurrency market. What's happening around the crypto space today. There is, in fact, a fair few things I want to talk about for tonight's stream. So I hope you guys are all doing well. If you guys could real quick just give this stream a little thumbs up, and of course subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. That is always appreciated. And yeah, let's begin with tonight's stream. So like I said, there is in fact a fair few things I want to talk about for tonight's stream, including Bitcoin, around what's happening around the crypto space, and of course, the biggest Bitcoin maxi out there, Saylor himself, has in fact went on CNB, this morning, and predicted that by the year 2140, so 21 years from now, it's 2024, so 21 years from now, the year 2040, we could potentially most likely see Bitcoin over $10 million. So I want to talk about that, because that is obviously a big prediction here coming from Saylor for Bitcoin by the year 2045. So I want to talk about that, but yeah, I hope you guys are all hanging in there right now for Bitcoin and crypto. Don't worry, we will soon enough enter a massive bull run, very, very soon. So it's all about patience right now, it really is. But before we talk about Bitcoin and crypto, we know, guys, that today is iPhone day, right? Apple has announced the new iPhone, iPhone 16 and the iPhone 16 Pro, and some other new Apple products like the Apple Watch and even AirPods and more. So I already talked about this earlier this morning. If you guys haven't seen my videos, you should definitely check it out. But I was just debating whether I should buy the new iPhone that released, because I do in fact need a new phone, right? And you guys will see why if you guys haven't seen this video right here. Or should I buy more Bitcoin? Because you guys know I am decently into Bitcoin. So if you guys haven't seen the videos that I've uploaded today, you should definitely check it out, right? So yeah, Apple did, release and announce the new iPhone and other new Apple products, right? Maybe you guys can let me know in the comments down below if you guys are planning on buying a new iPhone. Let me know. I'd love to know. But let's talk about Bitcoin. Right, so Bitcoin right now, 57,100. 57, it looks like it's coming up to 57,200. So we are in fact in the 1 hour time frame. And yeah, Bitcoin today is bouncing back up, right, today. So it's looking amazing for Bitcoin, much better than where it was yesterday. We actually saw Bitcoin going as high as $58,000. It pumped all the way up to 58K. Which is absolutely amazing to see for Bitcoin. Now, Ethereum holding strong, still at $2,300. Bitcoin today is actually pumping more than Ethereum, right? So Ethereum right now did bounce back up slightly, nothing too crazy for Ethereum, still holding strong above $2,300, right? So that's good to see for Ethereum. Still pretty much consolidating at this level, right? Whereas Bitcoin did in fact move a pretty decent move up to the upside, right? So someone out there obviously bought a fair few Bitcoins, and that's why we are in fact seeing Bitcoin having this bounce back up to $57,000 to $58,000 today, right? So crypto market tonight, looking pretty good, right? Overall, the market tonight is up over 2%. Global crypto market cap is now back above 2 trillion, which is absolutely amazing to see. And you guys can clearly see for the past 24 hours, Bitcoin is up over 3%, Ethereum's up over 1%, BNB's up 3%, Solana's up 4%. Great to see for Solana. XRP 1%, Dogecoin 6%. Dogecoin still holding strong at that 10-cent level, which is great to see for Doge. Toncoin 4%, Cardano is not really moving. Same with Avalanche, Sheep 2%. Bitcoin Cash 4%. Chainlink is not really moving today, but Chainlink is still holding at $10, above $10. So that's great to see for Chainlink. And yeah, a fair few other alts are pumping, right? And I believe this is a AI altcoin, and it's up 14%, which is absolutely insane. We know AI will be big, like it's already big, but AI is the future, guys, and I feel like it's gonna be more bigger than where it is right now, right? So keep your eye on a lot of AI altcoins, tokens, right? Because they will perform very, very well in the next upcoming bull cycle, in my opinion. So yeah, the crypto market tonight is looking much better than where it was yesterday, right? Bitcoin's looking pretty good, up over 3%, which is always great to see. And Ethereum is still holding very, very strong as well. Fingrid Index right now in fear mode, right? It's currently at 33. We are still in the reds. Okay, it's much higher than what it was yesterday, though. Yesterday was a bit lower at 26. Still in fear mode last week. We're in fear mode. Even last month, we were in fact in fear mode. So it seems like a lot of people out there, investors, especially retail investors, are in fact fearful right now for Bitcoin and crypto. And I don't know why that is. Okay, there is nothing to be scared about or to panic about or to be fearful about. We all should be feeling pretty bullish right now for Bitcoin and greedy, honestly, right? So I told you guys many times, right? While others are fearful, we got to be greedy. While others are panicking, panic selling, we got to take this as an opportunity to be the complete opposite and buy it. This is obviously, the best time right now to buy as much Bitcoin as you possibly can. Okay, and of course other altcoins, right? This is the best time to buy, guys. A lot of altcoins, including Bitcoin, are in fact undervalued. Okay, so this is the best time right now to accumulate, right? And we know, guys, okay, September is historically one of the most bearish months for Bitcoin and crypto. Okay, Bitcoin does not perform too well. Same with the crypto market, even the stock market, right? We know that September historically is one of the most bearish times for a lot of these markets. Okay, so I'm not expecting Bitcoin to perform too great in the next upcoming few days and few weeks, during this time of September, because Yasin's clearly seen in previous years in the month of September for Bitcoin did in fact perform very, very poorly, right? Not too great, not too bullish, right? Yasin's clearly seen a lot of reds in the month of September during these past few years for Bitcoin, right? So I really do not expect Bitcoin to perform that great in the next upcoming few weeks. Okay, but understand we are in fact about to enter Q4. October is one of the most bullish months for Bitcoin. October is very, very bullish. Same with November. November is pretty decent, and December. So understand we just have to get through September, right? We just have to get through September, and then from there on, we're going to be entering Q4, and things will make history from there, right? That's when Bitcoin will start skyrocketing, breaking that resistance, and of course, reaching a new high, right? It's all about patience right now, guys, okay? It really, really is. So I hope you guys right now are in fact accumulating as much Bitcoins as you possibly can, because right now is obviously the best time right now to accumulate as much Bitcoins as you possibly can. Okay, it really, really is. So I hope you guys are in fact accumulating a lot of Bitcoin right now, because it's the best time to do all that. So we're gonna get into these Bitcoin charts. Okay, starting off with this one, right? You guys can clearly see Bitcoin is like clockwork. Okay, it's likely time for Bitcoin to wrap up this consolidation phase. History doesn't always repeat itself, but it often rhymes. Okay, so you guys can clearly see, okay, back in 2020 when we had our third Bitcoin halving event, we did in fact see Bitcoin for 150 days consolidating, right? And then it had a run up. Okay, and that's when we did in fact enter, a massive bull run, right? And then it reached a top. Okay, same thing this time around is going to happen. 2024, right? This consolidation phase will end very, very soon for Bitcoin. We will see Bitcoin, right, breaking that resistance and of course reaching new highs. Okay, it's going to reach back up to its previous highs of $73,000, above $73,000, and then after that it's going to have a breakout. Okay, and then once we see that breakout, from there on it's going to be history, right? And then we're going to see Bitcoin reaching new highs, and then we're going to see it run up to $80,000 to $90,000 to even 100K. I still truly do believe that 100K Bitcoin is coming towards the end of this year in 2024. I still think Bitcoin is still on track, right, to do that, right? And then of course, next year in 2025 will be even better. Okay, so soon enough, guys, this consolidation phase for Bitcoin will end very, very soon. So you guys can clearly see Bitcoin is in the early stages of the 2024/2025 mega bull process. Okay, so soon enough, okay, we know Bitcoin has in fact been consolidating. But understand, guys, for the past few months, Bitcoin has been pumping, right? Throughout 2023, it's been pretty decent, and of course 2024, right? Especially early of this year in 2024, back in February, Bitcoin was pumping even in March, right? So understand, guys, this consolidation phase that Bitcoin is currently in right now will end very, very soon. And we're going to see a breakout. And once we see a breakout from there on, it's going to be history. Understand, guys, the year 2025 will be an amazing year for Bitcoin and crypto, right? Just like where we saw back in 2021, 2017, even 2013, right? Those years were some fantastic times for Bitcoin and crypto. The same thing is going to happen for the year 2025, which is next year. Okay, so understand, guys, soon enough, we're going to see a massive rally up to the upside in Q4, October, November, and December. And of course, throughout next year in 2025 will be even better, right? So be ready for that. So September is always bearish for Bitcoin, but the wait for October will be so worth it. And that is very, very true. We know usually September, Bitcoin does not perform too well, too great, right? But understand, next month, October, is one of the most bullish months for Bitcoin. Okay, the most bullish month for Bitcoin. Okay, October, and a lot of people call it October, right? Because the month of October, that's when Bitcoin skyrockets. Same with altcoins, right? The entire crypto market does perform very, very well. So usually Q4, yes, it's a great time for Bitcoin and crypto. So get ready, guys. Realistically, right, we have less than a month left to really buy Bitcoin at a cheap price, below 60K, right? And then from there on, we're going to see Bitcoin breaking out, reaching back up to its previous highs of $73,000, above $73,000, and reaching a new high, right? So take this as an opportunity, guys, to buy as much Bitcoin as you possibly can, because Bitcoin right now is undervalued. Okay, it truly is. So I hope you guys are in fact taking this time right now to really DCA and accumulate as much Bitcoins as you possibly can. Doesn't have to be a Bitcoin, can also be altcoins, right? But I just hope you guys are in fact stacking right now. Okay, whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's Ethereum, Solana, Chainlink, Polygon, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, right? This is the best time to get in, guys, and prepare yourselves for the next upcoming bull run, right? Because we know we are in fact about to enter the next bull cycle. Okay, so October, yes, October we will in fact see a breakout. And in previous halving events in the month of October, okay, that's when we actually saw Bitcoin having a breakout, right? So Bitcoin October breakout. October could be the month Bitcoin finally starts its final cycle move. Okay, so you guys can clearly see in this chart, okay, the second halving in that year, okay, 2017 October, we saw a breakout, and then Bitcoin started to skyrocket. Same with, okay, 2020, okay, in that year 2020 October, we did in fact see a breakout as well, right? So for this year, this time around, for the halving year 2024, will we see the same thing happen for this month of October, okay, coming up very, very soon? I really do believe it's very, very possible. We will see you guys, okay? But it's all about patience right now, okay? It really, really is. Now, we survived the longest Bitcoin bear market. Now give us the longest bull market. So you guys can clearly see we have finally survived, honestly, one of the worst, one of the longest bear markets for Bitcoin in history, right? Even the crypto market in general, right? 400 days, over 400 day, guys. I don't know if you guys remember, but back in 2022, honestly, that was one of the worst times for Bitcoin and crypto. That year in 2022, like, we knew we were already entering a bear market. Okay, there was a lot of fear already in the market, and a lot of negative things happened around the crypto space at that time in the year 2022. Like, for example, a lot of crypto exchanges, like major crypto exchanges went bankrupt and just completely shut down, like FTX, for example, right? That was the biggest one, okay? And of course, we saw things like, Terra Luna collapsing. I don't know if you guys remember that, but we did in fact see Terra Luna collapsing, okay? And that obviously caused Bitcoin to drop even more in the crypto market. So 2022 overall was one of the worst times for Bitcoin and crypto. So if you are watching this stream right now, okay, and you simply survived 2022, okay, you can literally survive anything. I've been telling us that many, many times, right? If you literally survived the year 2022, you can literally survive anything, because the year 2022, in my opinion, was one of the worst times for Bitcoin and crypto, right? A lot of negative things happened in that year, right? And that honestly would have been the best time to buy into Bitcoin and crypto, right? Because there was a lot of fear in the market. And like what I told you guys, right? When there's fear in the market, that's when you want to buy, okay? So yeah, that was one of the longest bear markets ever, over 400 days. Like look in previous years, right? Over 300 days and 400 days, okay? So this one is so far is one of the longest, okay? One of the longest bear markets ever. And we are finally about to, enter the next bull cycle, right? So be ready, guys, because the next bull cycle will be a big one, right? It will be massive, okay? So I want to talk about, these predictions now, okay? Because you guys can read by the title. Mark Saylor himself did in fact predict, okay, that we are in fact going to be seeing a $13 million Bitcoin 20 years from now. So the year 2045. So before I talk about that, I want to show you guys this. Cathie Wood sees Bitcoin's price reaching $1.5 million by the year 2030 after ETF approval. Okay, and this article came out at the beginning of this year in 2024, January 12th, right? So we know, guys, Cathie Wood has in fact made a Bitcoin prediction, right? Her personal Bitcoin prediction for the year 2030. Okay, so the year 2030, okay, Cathie Wood has predicted that the most bullish case scenario, okay, the bull case, is over $1.48 million per Bitcoin. Over $1 million per Bitcoin by the year 2030. That is less than a decade from now. Okay, in the base case, she is saying $682,000, and the bear case is $258,000. Now we know, guys, Bitcoin, reaching $250,000 will happen in the next bull cycle, right? I've been telling you that many, many times. Okay, so I really do believe, okay, by the year 2030, we'll see Bitcoin reaching at least 700K to even $1 million. I think that is very, very possible, right? $250,000 is going to happen like next year in 2025. Okay, so it's not going to happen in 2030. We know that. So the bear case, I don't think that's going to happen, right? But the base case and the bull case, there is potential out there, right? There really, really is, guys. So Michael Saylor, okay, Michael Saylor explains how Bitcoin could hit $10 million per Bitcoin. So I really want you guys to watch this clip real quick. It's only 1 minute.
And if you just want Bitcoin to be successful, when you hear the Bank of Shanghai is rolling out a Bitcoin ETF, custody of the Bank of Shanghai, you would say, that's great. That's going to give access to Bitcoin to 1.5 billion people in China. Okay, and they're going to buy a bunch of Bitcoin. The price of Bitcoin is going to go up to $10 million coin. So here's the question. Do you want the billion people in China to be rich? And do you want to be rich while the Chinese government still has a bunch of laws that you may or may not agree with? Or do you want the people in China to be poor and you to be poor while the Chinese government has a set of laws that you don't agree with?
Pretty easy.
Or do you think that you're so great, you're Superman, that you can just go and topple the entire government by barking on Twitter? It's like, I just don't think, right, that you're going to topple, an entire sovereign nation with your ideology. So,
all right, so that's that clip, guys. Okay, now we know, guys, recently, there was in fact a Bitcoin conference, okay, I believe in Nashville, okay, earlier this year and back in July, right? So a couple months back, and of course, Michael Saylor did come out with this, and I already talked about this, but I want to show you guys it again, right? So $13 million is the Bitcoin base case. That's the base case. Now the bull case is $49 million per Bitcoin. Crazy, right? That is absolutely crazy, guys. Like, look at the bear case. That's $3 million. That's already shocking. That's the bear case. So we know, guys, by the year 2045, okay, we will see Bitcoin worth millions of dollars. Understand that. This is why, guys, I've been telling guys many times to accumulate at least one full Bitcoin, because if you simply want to build wealth, okay, you want to have some simple money in your life, right? You want to have, I don't know, financial freedom, right? You want to become a millionaire. Simply accumulate and hold one full Bitcoin for long term, because in the next over 20 years, you could become very, very wealthy. You will obviously become a millionaire, okay? And you will have a lot of wealth. We know Bitcoin has store of value. It builds generational wealth, right? So understand, don't do this just for your future self. Do this for your family. Do this for your future family as well, right? Like the bear case is 3 million. The base case is 13 million. The bull case is $49 million for one Bitcoin by the year 2045, which is 21 years from now. Okay, so this is Michael Saylor's prediction, right? And he showed us this this photo, right, in the Bitcoin conference that happened a couple of months ago in Nashville, right? So this is very, very interesting, right? We know that, guys. This is very, very interesting. And I showed you guys this clip, but I want to show you guys it again for tonight's stream. Marcus Saylor says Bitcoin is going to $13 million on CNBC. So earlier this morning, yes, Marcus Saylor did in fact go on CNBC. Okay, he did in fact have an interview, and he said, right, that we will potentially see Bitcoin going to $13 million per Bitcoin by the year 2045, which is 21 years from now, right? So check out this clip.
Bitcoin's 0.1% of the capital in the world right now. I think it's going to go to 7% of the capital.
7%.
My long-term forecast is it's going to go to 13 million over 21 years.
13 million.
13 million. But what is it 5 years from now? In your 4-year calculus.
You know, it's been growing 44% a year with about a 40 to 50 vol. I would think it'll move on at 40%, then click down to 35, then 30, then 25, and at some point it'll be the S&P return plus 8%, and it'll be the S&P vol plus 8%, because it's always going to be a more global, open, free capital market.
How is there stuff that's above your pay grade? You're worth billions. I mean, we can say that it's above our pay grade, but who gets to decide if it's above your pay grade?
He might have been it's below his pay grade.
Right, exactly, exactly.
Bitcoin's an expression in this view that you want to invest in an asset without counterparty risk, which means you don't want to be counterparty to a country, a currency, a city, a company, a commodity, or a culture, right? So people think it's a risky thing. It's all about people wanting to not take risk. They don't want to guess whether Picasso's or real estate in New York or NVIDIA stock will be higher in 10 years. They want to buy money. They want to buy 1/21 millionth of all the money in the world forever.
End it there, Michael. Thank you.
Great. Michael, thank you.
So there we have it, guys, right? $13 million Bitcoin coming in the next 21 years, so the year 2045, and this is coming from Marcus Saylor himself. So he obviously really does believe that we will see Bitcoin, okay, reaching at least $13 million per Bitcoin by the year 2045. Okay, 2045, which is 21 years from now. That's the base case, right? So understand, guys, if you simply accumulate one full Bitcoin today, okay, you will become very, very wealthy in the future. You know, in the next 20 years from now, you will obviously become very, very wealthy. You will obviously become a millionaire, right? Just by simply holding one full Bitcoin. You know, I've been telling guys many times to accumulate one full Bitcoin. Why you guys should accumulate and buy and hold one full Bitcoin. Okay, and let's just say you're watching this right now and you already, you know, own one full Bitcoin. Does that mean you should stop stacking? No, guys. always stack, right? You should never stop stacking Bitcoin. Stack Bitcoin for a lifetime. You know, I've been DCAing to Bitcoin ever since early of 2021, right? Early of 2021 to where we are right now. I have not stopped, right? And from now on, yeah, I'm going to be stacking for a lifetime. I am not stopping, guys, because I know where Bitcoin is heading long term, right? And I am actually very, very blessed about the amount of Bitcoins that I personally hold, that I have in fact been stacking. You know, I'm very, very surprised, right? Because ever since I started stacking to Bitcoin, like in the early times, in the early years, ever since I got started into stacking Bitcoin, I've always wanted to own one full Bitcoin. And I really just, you know, it took me about 6 months. 6 months of just hard work, dedication, and just humble, right? I try to humble myself just to really, you know, stay consistent of dumping all my money into Bitcoin, right? So I did that every single time, right? Every single time I got paid from work, I would just dump my money into Bitcoin every single time I got paid, right? And then, you know, a few months later, I want to say about 6 months, I finally accumulated one full Bitcoin, right? So I finally achieved that goal. And I know you guys watching this right now can achieve that goal. You know, if you have that goal of accumulating one full Bitcoin, trust me, it's possible. It's not impossible. It is possible, right? A lot of people see, you know, the price right now for Bitcoin, right? $57,000. And they think to themselves, like, it's too late, right? It's too high. There's no way I can accumulate one full Bitcoin. And I get that, you know, one full Bitcoin is a lot of money. Not a lot of people out there have, you know, 57K just lying around that they can invest into Bitcoin, into an asset, right? Just DCA. I don't care if it's $50, I don't know, a week, it's $100 a week, right? Just invest. Just simply DCA. Find a way, okay? Find a way to DCA, right? Money that you're, you know, comfortable with into Bitcoin, right? And get that goal of accumulating one full coin. Because if you simply want to have a lot of wealth in the future and simply become a millionaire, I know a lot of you guys want to become a millionaire, right? Just accumulate one full Bitcoin. And yeah, you know, like I said, if you finally accumulate one full Bitcoin, don't stop. Keep stacking more Bitcoin. Okay, keep stacking, guys. Understand, you don't have to get to one full Bitcoin. You know, 0.1 of a Bitcoin, you know, 10% of a Bitcoin is a big deal. 0.21 of a Bitcoin is a big deal. 0.5, right? 50% of a Bitcoin, half of a Bitcoin is a big deal as well. Okay, so understand, guys, you don't have to get to one full Bitcoin. Try your best to accumulate 10% of a Bitcoin, right? 0.1 of a Bitcoin, that's a big deal. Okay, 0.21 Bitcoin, that's a big deal as well. A lot of people say that. Even 0.5, half of a Bitcoin, right? But trust me, guys, promise me, when you stack your Bitcoins and when you achieve these goals of accumulating these amounts of Bitcoins, try your best to get to one, because it gets more easier, right? You'll get the rhythm of it. You know what I mean? So just keep stacking, guys. You never want to stop stacking Bitcoin, right? Because we know where Bitcoin is heading long term. Okay, we really, really do, guys. Okay, so if you simply want to make money, if you simply want to have some type of wealth in the future, buy Bitcoin, right? Try your best to accumulate at least one full Bitcoin. Okay, and try your best to accumulate more than one Bitcoin if you can. You will be very, very wealthy in the future. Bitcoin will be worth millions of dollars per Bitcoin in the future. Of course, guys, I am talking long term. I'm not talking short term. I am talking long term here. Okay, so it's all about patience, right? And understand the future is bright for Bitcoin. Okay, and very, very soon, we know, guys, we are in fact about to enter, you know, the next bull market, the next bull cycle, right? A massive bull run is coming, and I hope you guys are prepared for that, right? And in this next upcoming bull cycle, I do see Bitcoin reaching at least 200K, 250 to even 300K and beyond. Okay, and of course, by the year 2029, 2030, yes, we could potentially see Bitcoin reaching, you know, $700,000 or even over $1 million, just like what Cathie Wood has predicted here. We will see about that, right? But understand, $1 million Bitcoin is possible one day. Okay, and of course, $1 million per Bitcoin is very, very possible one day as well. So it's all about patience, guys. Okay, it really, really is. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end tonight's stream. Hope you guys all enjoyed it. Give thumbs up and of course subscribe to the channel if you guys have not yet already. That is always appreciated. More videos will obviously be coming away, so stay tuned for that. I will keep you guys updated on Bitcoin, but just continue to stack right now. This is obviously the best time, the most crucial time, okay, to buy as much Bitcoin as we possibly can, because we are in fact about to enter Q4, okay, next month, October. That's when things will change for Bitcoin. Same with November and December, okay? So understand, Bitcoin is about to have a massive rally. We are in fact about to see Bitcoin having a parabolic movement up to the upside. So stack now while it's still cheap, while it's still below $100,000, right? So that being said, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end tonight's stream. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up and of course subscribe, and I'll catch you guys all in my next video. Have a good one, guys.